In this video, I will be joined by my brother, Bronze Age Bill,
Hi.
to unbox a whole bunch of overspending on my part in comic auctions. I probably need to take a break. Probably need to take a timeout. Timeout. I need to take a timeout. I don't remember what's in any of these, so we're going to have fun opening them up. But I promise you, we won't have to suffer through the bubble wrap. Bubble wrap? I'm going to have so much bubble wrap to throw away.
Lots.
So much of a waste. I try to reuse it, though.
Mm.
Do you feel better about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Bronze Age Bill, you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's
go.
get started on Swarm of Comics. Hello and welcome to Swarm of Comics. I am Randy, your handsome and humble host. Joining me today is,
Bronze Age Bill.
once again, lighting up the camera with me today.
Yeah.
I like your shirt, Bill.
Thank you.
What's that say?
It says The Legend of Dad, Children of the Wild.
I don't remember that
It's like a
video game.
Zelda play on words thing. So
I was gonna say I don't remember playing that video
yeah,
game.
I never did either, but it's really nice. Yeah.
I'm a terrible nerd. I don't play video games. For all you people out there, I don't know anything about video games. The last video game I owned and played was Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
All right.
I think I did play 3 with that little red one with the helicopter tail.
Okay.
That wasn't bad,
Okay.
but that's about as much. And I kind of like scoff at video game nerds. And then I remember I have a YouTube channel that talks about comic books, so I should probably shut my mouth.
Maybe.
My brother Bill is up here today. We've gone car shopping with him. He's tried out a couple of Rolls Royces and a Bentley,
Yep.
and we're just trying to see what's the best fit for him.
Yeah.
And while he's up here, I said, "Hey, listen, I have a big stack of books
Hmm.
that I've just won in auctions over the past few months that I haven't even bothered to open yet."
Yeah.
So it's one of these unwrapping videos,
Yeah.
and everybody always loves when Bronze Age Bill co-hosts with me. So
Yeah.
I felt it would be fun for him to be here. Also, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's weird when I just talk to a camera by myself.
Oh,
It must be like when a rock band records a video,
yeah.
but there's no audience. Like when you're done, it's just like,
Yeah.
we're done.
Mm.
Now we're not playing anymore.
Mm.
Like we're in Delaware. So, Bill, it's fun that I can. I'm still going to be the only one who talks because I'm never going to let him get a word in edgewise. But at least I'm not talking to just the camera. I'm talking
Yeah.
to Bill as well. So thank you for joining me here, Bill. How have
Sure.
you been?
I'm good.
Yeah, we haven't had you on for a while, and I'm excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Bill, as always, is working hard in his bands, being in plays, taking care of his kids, doing all the magical things, being a wonderful husband, and also spends his nights as a cave troll. Yeah, no, somebody's got to guard the bridge.
They have to
Somebody's
guard
got to guard the
the bridge.
bridge. Somebody's
Gotta
got to
do it.
ask the riddles, and it's my brother Bill,
Yes.
Bronze Age Bill.
Mm.
So we're going to start right off. I have a couple of books that aren't all bubble wrapped up. As you saw in the preview video,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of bubble wrapped. I spared you. Well, I spared you guys doing those. So we kind of cheated a little bit. These two are loose, and I don't know why. This one is definitely from Heritage Auctions. I can tell because in the bag, it's got a Heritage Auction sticker here.
Okay.
And this one here is kind of cool. Here, you want to hold that for
Sure.
me so I can talk.
Yeah.
So this is Straight Arrow, and this is Straight Arrow number 22 from 1952. And it's not heralded as much as so many other of his books, but that's a Frank Frazetta cover.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Good. You can look at it or look at it in the camera. It's always weird. So that's a Frank
Oh.
Frazetta cover. This is the original Indian hero of radio fame. So this is early Frazetta work. Now, of course, once he started hitting that Buck Rogers stuff, Starbuck, same thing.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers, Starbuck, they're all a buck.
Hmm.
They're all a lot of bucks if you want them. So I bid on this and surprisingly got it fairly cheap, and nobody else was bidding on it. Maybe they didn't notice that it was Frank Frazetta. Maybe nobody cares. But for a Frank Frazetta, like if this was, an EC book from 1952, 53, 54, could be spending 4 figures on a 3.0,
Oh, wow.
whatever, or high 3 figures. But I think that was a couple of $100.
Okay.
It's not his genre. People don't know Frank Frazetta for drawing Native Americans.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought this was kind of a cool addition to the collection. So that was the first one there
Yes.
that I wanted a Heritage Auction.
Cool.
It's in rough shape. Again,
Oh,
it's a
really?
3.0. It's got a big crease across it, but
Is that a tear?
it's got a tear in the back. It's got a chip missing, but that's what it is. People
Yeah.
played with these magazines. And,
Yeah.
this is from Magazine Enterprises, as you all know, the company.
Yeah.
So that was the first one we had here.
Mm.
It was Straight Arrow.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to put all these. I haven't figured it out.
I can take it.
I can take them. The next one was, I don't know where I got this. Maybe it was Hip Comic.
Yep.
It was something that it came in an envelope. It wasn't a heritage book.
Okay.
And I know what it is because I can kind of remember it and I can see it between the cardboard. But I felt like it needed to be a big reveal for you guys with the cardboard.
Okay.
So are you guys all ready for this? The big reveal?
Sure. Oh, okay.
It's one of the Halloween books. Bugs Bunny Halloween Trick or Treat Fun, number 4 from 1956.
Wow.
It's in better shape than I expected. It is rough, but you might remember from one of my other videos, I picked up a different one. Maybe
Yeah.
it has the big witch's brew pot.
I think so.
But I
Yeah.
love these Halloween
Yeah.
books from Bugs Bunny.
Hmm.
I'm kind of trying to collect them. I don't know how many there are. I'm not a huge aficionado of it, but who doesn't love the Halloween books?
Hmm.
You know, Porky Pig's got the little witch's mask here, and he's got the witch's hat. So
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I mean, if it was $25, I'd be surprised. Look at this advertisement for Trix. You can eat either it as cereal or
Oh.
eat it as a snack.
Huh.
This is before we had the Trix rabbit,
Yeah.
but this was Trix 1956.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the next book, Bill.
Yeah.
You're in charge of wherever magical place those are going.
All right.
If you're putting them on the floor, I'm going to kill you.
I'm.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's fine.
All right.
Seltzer. Old people soda.
Yes.
Enjoy a nice seltzer, Bill.
Yeah.
Poland Spring Canada Dry. You know what you're all thinking? It just tastes like fruit flavored static, but it's not. Honestly, you're going to get to an age and you're going to be like, man, seltzer's delicious. How did I never appreciate this?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I promise you. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's move on to the big wraps.
Okay.
So we don't sit here forever talking. I don't want to have to make this a 2-part video, Bill.
All right.
I don't want to edit the thumbnails and do all that video.
I know it's a lot of work.
So we're going to start here with some bubble wrap. We're going to do the big unwrap. Most likely, these are all from heritage auctions.
Okay.
I might have a problem. I've been not doing the heritage auctions for a while. Some of these could go back to the fall. Some of these could be
Oh.
September, October, but I
Okay.
just haven't opened them up.
Right.
And for context, this is March of 2025.
Yeah.
These could go back 6 months of sitting in my
Oh, wow.
office in the
Okay.
corner, again, collecting this. They're all going to be a surprise to me. This is 2 books, it looks like,
Okay.
raw and slab.
All right.
And all that bubble wrap's going to a magical place. A magical bubble wrap. Oh, it's got more than that, I think. No, maybe. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, kids. Let's start with this one here.
All right.
This is Star Spangled Comics. Pull that right out. All right, I'm gonna let you hold that one. So that's Star Spangled Comics number 66. Bill is like my Vanna White. Could you turn the numbers for me? Letters? I don't know how Wheel of Fortune works. I'm not 90 years old.
Is that Rob?
That is Robin in Star Spangled Comics. Star Spangled Comics, as it got into the later in the run, it became a Batman and Robin book and a
okay.
superhero book, but it wasn't that before.
All right.
And it says in this issue, Batman's two-fisted partner meets a sensational new menace, No Face,
Which is
which is
different from Two-Face.
two less than
Yeah.
Two-Face,
Yeah.
if you will. Teeniest, tiniest little girl gun, plus a thing of nitro.
Hmm.
That's weird. So Robin the Boy Wonder featured up here in a little thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boop in your nose. But that's a great picture. I mean, that's super pop art right there
Yeah.
with that point of view punching. So I
Yeah.
saw that. I don't buy anything from heritage auctions most likely unless it's a really good price. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's a really good place because nobody cares about it, or they weren't watching it, or they don't want a raw book, or whatever it happens to be. Typically, I wouldn't buy things unless they were a really good deal.
Okay.
I don't have any money. So, Star Spangled Comics,
Yeah.
excellent book, beautiful cover, presents well.
Yep.
I don't even think they said what did they grade it at? They graded it as a very good plus,
Okay.
whatever that means. I'm not going to pretend I know any of them.
Mhm.
I know near mint and garbage. Everything else in between is a very fine plus. All I know is that the comic grading scale is very deceptive. It'd be like very good plus 2.0. Like it's
Okay.
it's deceptive.
Hmm.
But I like that cover. It's really cool.
Nice cover.
Just punching.
Yeah.
Just punching. I love punching. All right,
Mm.
you're good with that one. You can put that down, Vanna. This next one is Shadow Comics.
Ooh.
The centerfold is missing. It's the lowest possible grade you can get because the centerfold is missing, not necessarily because the rest of its condition.
Oh.
Sometimes they don't make things qualified, which is the green label when grading.
Okay.
They'll actually just give it a lower grade. And if you watch my videos before, you know how much I love the shadow. And this was just too unbeatable of a cover. It has skeletons on it. Here, you can hold it and display it to everybody. This is Shadow Comics, Volume 3, number 11.
So I don't reflect the light.
Yeah.
How's that?
So it's great. Skeletons, everything. It's a 0.5.
Yeah.
I actually don't even think I
I've never
own a
seen
0.5. Nope. Now, again, look how great this presents. Turn it over. Let's see how it looks on the back.
Not bad.
It's rolled funny and it's got some things, but it's a 0.5 because it's missing the centerfold.
Okay.
It affects the story. We're glad that it's not a green or something like that. So if you turn it back over again, it's also has a Doc Savage backup story. I don't have any Doc Savage comics yet or pulps, but I would love one. They're a little expensive. So my first 0.5, everybody.
Wow.
It's the Shadow. And it presents well. Like literally, oh, is that a 7.0?
Yeah. You'd never know. What year is it?
1944.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Now remember the Shadow comics, pulps, I think were in the radio show were starting to like the 30s.
Okay.
So this is pretty deep into it.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice painted and drawn cover.
Yeah.
As you can see.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that was a couple of cool auction wins that I got. Apparently people didn't care about bidding high on a 0.5, but I liked it.
Yeah. I'm glad you got it.
I've probably said this before to people. You don't have to buy everything at a super high grade. You want to get into the hobby, buy the 0.5s, buy the 1.5s. I have, I got it graded myself. I bought that Hulk in that condition, Hulk number 2.
Okay.
I probably didn't want to spend the money on a higher grade. Buy a 1.5. Price might go up over time.
Yep.
Turn it in, you buy yourself a 2.0, 2.5.
Right.
Get in the entry level. Buy these books that people are sort of passing on and stuff like that. So I bought it. This is some more heritage books. A couple of graded books. So it's got a raw book. We'll start with that.
All right.
Let's see what this is. Oh, Captain Marvel Jr. Yes.
It's Captain Marvel Jr.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah. Captain Marvel Jr. This is rough. That's fine. What do they say the condition is? Very good. It's not very good.
As opposed to very bad.
So it's also got one staple, because this is 1944, wartime, and a lot of them would do one staple because supplies were hard to get.
Oh, wow.
Staples are hard to get. It's all crunched on here, but it is old. And Captain Marvel Jr., I felt, if you started to look at it's got that comic smell.
Everything's under control.
That wasn't an expensive book I dropped.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got that classic comic smell. It's probably like bacteria and we just sucked it in and now we're going to be sick. But covers for Captain Marvel Jr. were very epic. I feel they were much better than most covers of Captain Marvel.
Really? Okay.
And some of those other titles under Fawcett. Sometimes he's flying with an eagle flying down. This one he's flying with this futuristic spaceship.
Yeah.
And what does it say? Captain Marvel Jr. meets himself in the future.
All right.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I picked this up. Very cool stuff. Captain Marvel Jr. Happy about that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I'll get that graded and you'll see that in a future video, but it's so slow to get books back, vintage books back from CGC.
Yeah.
I might be retired by the time that comes back. All right. All right. Well, this next book that I might have dropped on the floor.
But it's slabs. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this. How beautiful is this book? This is from 1951. It's 4-color comics.
Yeah.
And it is Walt Disney's Donald Duck and the Magic Fountain. And it's a 7.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
What a great fun cover with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Donald Duck, and it also has an Uncle Scrooge story in it.
Okay.
So I just thought that was a very clean book. Beautiful cover. 7.5 for a 1951 book. Can you flip it over?
Yeah.
I want to see what the back looks like.
Cartoon.
Another little cartoon on the back.
Nice.
So that was a really fun one to get in that grade. Sure. I think there was a bunch of 4-color books that were Donald Duck, Walt Disney type books.
Yeah.
And what happens is sometimes people get burned out on them in the auctions, one after other of these 4-color books. Because sometimes it's somebody's collection and there's like 30 of them. Oh. And sometimes you can get a good deal when people are either done with them and not paying attention or like they've picked the best ones. Okay. Like this is Donald Duck falling off a cliff. I mean, it's nothing amazing, but like Donald Duck getting attacked by sharks or crazy things like that. The one with Donald Duck where he's going to shoot a bug on his own bill, like that's the stuff. But Donald Duck fighting a jackass, looking like a jackass, doesn't. So it gives it an opportunity for someone like me to sneak in and grab a 7.5 super cheap. I mean,
Yeah.
if that was a couple $100, I'd be surprised.
Okay.
And look at the conditions. So
That's great.
That's an excellent book.
Yep.
Now, this next book is very important because it's a gift.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it is a gift for my stepdad, Larry,
yeah.
who I
Oh,
love
wow.
love very much.
Hmm.
And I remember when we were kids, my stepdad, Larry, used to talk about our comics, but he would call them funny books.
Yeah.
He'd be like, he goes, I don't know, what do you got funny books piled up everywhere or whatever like that. But my stepfather, Larry, doesn't have any comic books, but he has one now. And my mom watches these videos. So don't let him watch this video and don't tell him because this one's going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
But I got this book for him because he is a huge fan of the Beatles.
Awesome.
Low grade, 3.0, but that's about what you're going to pay for a book like this.
I guess early mid 60s.
1964.
All right.
First 2 pages are photo pinups. It's got a photo cover, back cover
Yeah, look at the back cover.
as well.
That's
The back
what's up
cover.
first. Yeah.
Yeah. How amazing is that?
Mm.
So this is a gift from my stepdad, who I love very much. This is graded a long time ago.
Okay.
Somebody's even written on the front, Linda Sullivan. Who must have been a Beatles fan. I love that type of thing. Up there.
Yeah.
Linda Sullivan. This was her book when she was a kid. And now it's passed on to me. It's a square bound book. It's split on the spine. It's got some big folds, but who cares?
Right. Yeah.
This is an early Beatles comic book from Dell. I can only imagine how much they must have paid for the rights to this back in the day.
Yeah.
Complete life stories, picture pinups, color photos, and all of their names. So when Larry gets this, I hope he puts it up somewhere nice and displays it.
Yeah.
And I hope he loves it as much as Linda
Sullivan
loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Linda Sullivan.
That's great. Oh,
That
I
is
love
great.
that. That's really
So
nice.
that's going to be for Pops. He doesn't
Yep.
know it yet.
Okay.
I'm glad you were here to open it for
Yeah.
me too.
That's great.
All right.
All right.
Oh, it's got the stamp too. June 29th. So sometimes they have the stamp from the, it's so
Oh,
faint, but it's stamped June 29th.
okay.
It actually says it Dell Publishing between September and November of 1964, but it probably came out early and they
Yeah.
stamped it.
Well,
I love it. That's
yeah.
fantastic. So that was a great auction win.
Yeah.
I probably paid too much for that because I was outbidding someone and I looked around and they're just hard to get and expensive.
All
So
right.
maybe I overpaid a little bit for that, but it doesn't matter. It's just money.
Yeah.
It's just money. I know that's hard. I'm not saying that like money doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but like a little bit extra money for somebody that I love that might have something.
And that will be priceless to him.
I know.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Mm.
All right. We're getting through this, guys. Thank
Yep.
you for sticking around for the video. This is a good stack of books. Sure. Lots of so much bubble wrap. Here's the first book. We can talk about this. Bill can pull it
All
out.
right. Is that what I think it is? Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Look at the size of this book.
Oh, that's big.
This is big, and this is a heavy, thick book. But just be careful because I'm not even
Right.
sure that cover's attached.
All right.
It's in good,
All
but you
right.
can hold it up like that.
Yeah. Mandrake the Magician.
Mandrake the Magician with this beautiful, I'd almost call, I don't know, Art Deco sort of cover, like
Yeah.
beautiful, like it's not a comic booky cover. And that is from 1938. As a matter of fact, it doesn't say the month,
Okay.
but I mean, Superman came out in like June of 1938 or something like that. Like that
Oh.
even could have come out before Superman did. Mandrake the Magician. I'm afraid to open this and I don't want to be such a wuss. It's beautiful. The cover is heavy cardstock. I don't think it tells me what year it is.
Let me
Oh,
ask,
fun.
do you remember? It was like 1985, and I remember after school we like Robotech cartoon was always on.
It'd be a cartoon
Yeah.
with all the superheroes.
Right.
It was
And so-
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon, Mandrake, someone named Lothar, and a couple. It was like an all-star cast.
It was an all-star cast of
like public
domain
domain
heroes.
heroes. And that was the first time I'd ever heard of Mandrake.
Yep.
I had no idea who he was.
Mandrake the Magician.
Yep. So he goes way back.
Beautiful throwback. 1938.
Yep.
So definitely going to get that one graded.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's a beautiful one for the collection. All right, we've got a couple of graded books here.
Okay.
Surprise, more graded books.
Nice.
I think I just won this recently. This might not have been a one sitting around. This might have been the latest books I got. I like
Oh,
this. This is cool. So this actually is a blue label, but they make a note that there's minor amount of glue on the cover.
oh,
I don't see where it is, maybe in the upper right-hand corner here, but it must have been minor enough that they didn't call it a restoration.
okay.
So this is Crime Reporter #1. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna hold that
Yep.
there. So
Interesting.
it's Crime Reporter, it's got the sort of cheesecake, good
Mm.
girl art on there. Crime
Yep.
Reporter #1, 5.5 higher grade, mid grade, but I think
Mm.
high for that era. And it's in really nice shape.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever made it a issue 2 or anything like that, but that might have been the only one. It doesn't say, normally they would actually note if it was the only one sometimes. What's it look like on the back? Let me see the
Death makes a deadline.
Death Makes a Deadline. World's
Okay.
greatest wallet.
Yeah.
So that was a
Nice.
fun one to pick up
Very
and put in
cool.
my Golden Age collection.
Yeah.
Really nice visuals. So I like to explain to you guys why I pick up certain things.
Yeah.
Like I do like this stuff, good girl, bad girl, or whatever you'd want to call
Mm.
it. But she's like cops are fighting with criminals and she's jumping out of a flaming building. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot going on
That's
there.
cool.
I
Yeah.
even made a note to like draw in her bracelets and it's sparkling and stuff. All
Yeah.
those little details sometimes really I find interesting.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
awesome. Crime Reporter #1, guys.
Yep. Mhm.
As you all know, Crime
Oh.
Reporter #1.
Mm.
This is the next one is a pre-code horror. I got it pretty cheap. It's in good shape. So most likely nobody cares about this book. I do like adding to my pre-code horror, even though I feel like, and I don't know if you guys are, but pre-code horror is cooling off.
As
I
in,
think some of the
okay.
big keys are
Yeah.
cooling off,
Okay.
but all the other ones that I think people were speculating on or trying to grab, I think they're sort of like if it was in Seduction of the Innocent or it has a very specific cover, they're kind of cooling off, which is
Right.
good for people like me
Yeah.
who can pick this up. So this was again, I call it a high grade for a book that's so old. What is it? 1953. You're talking about a 70-year-old book
Mm.
to come in at a 4.5. So
Mm.
this was Terror Tales in the Night. Astonishing.
Astonishing.
It's actually just called Astonishing.
Okay.
But it's got a ghost, it's got a skeleton,
Got a lot going on. Yeah.
crime,
Mm.
very EC Comics looking.
Yes.
They were all trying to rip
Yep.
off the EC Comics look. Now, EC Comics and those others, I'm pretty sure, ripped off a book called Eerie. I think that was the first
Yeah.
full book that was horror. And then quickly came all of these knockoffs. So this one was just called Astonishing.
No.
From
evidence.
Atlas. From
This
Atlas,
is Atlas.
which would, of course, eventually
Oh.
become
Marvel.
Marvel Comics.
Yep.
Yep. No evidence. No evidence. Cool. All right. It's another awesome free code horror to add to my very small collection.
So growing.
For growing. All right. Ooh. This looks cool here.
Oh.
Ah. This is surprisingly poor condition for this wonderful grade. Not sure how I flim-flam somebody on that, but this is
This is Bug Bunny and the Magic Sneeze.
so much bubble wrap on my feet.
Hmm.
And the magic sneeze?
I think that's what it says.
What
Yeah.
is going on that cover?
You got a red cover. You like that?
Reddish. What
Reddish.
color would we call that? Like reddish brown.
Maroon.
It was like that weird crayon color that had some weird name of it. It was like burnt sienna
Yeah.
or something like
maybe.
that
Yeah.
color.
Hmm.
Still, beautiful cover.
Nice.
All these covers had great ones. Yeah. It doesn't have anything to note on the details. It doesn't say like it's a Carl Barks cover, but it does have a stamps on it.
It does.
So it's got a stamp across here, which
Oh.
most likely was the name of the store it was in. And then it's got a date stamp right there.
Oh.
A lot of collectors can you try to hold it up to see if they can see them?
Yeah.
A lot of collectors like that. I don't know why they would stamp right on Bugs Bunny and not like right there, but again, they probably didn't care.
Okay.
So fun. What's the back look like?
Another cartoon.
Another cartoon.
Yep.
Pretty good with the cartoons.
Bugs
Elmer
Bunny,
Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. 6.0.
Yeah.
What year?
52.
52. 6.0. That's pretty good shape.
Yeah. Very nice.
Hmm.
How about 376?
Yes, because again, this is 4 color. Yeah, 300,
Yeah.
376.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they were productive. Yeah.
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 Yeah, the kids would eat these things up on the newsstands and stuff like that as kids. Anything Bugs Bunny.
All right. Special interruption. We are going to break this video into 2 parts because he can't shut up. So we don't want to subject you to a 45-minute video. So stay tuned for part two coming soon.
Can I talk now?
Sure.
No, I ran out of stuff to say.
First time for everything.
See you in part two.
Yes.